Alright, video number 2 for Sunday. Is this the last day of the month? We got one more day, but I want you to see this. Just sitting here waiting for a client. I look up and I notice the big triangle. Let's see if I can block the sun out for a second. See, it's a perfect triangle in the sky. There's no other. I'm waiting for clients. Hopefully they don't come yet. You see it, right? Anyway, so I've been having video gremlins, and quite frankly, I'll just keep re-uploading my videos over and over. We will never get tired of expressing the truth. Where is that thing? So, some people they gave me a pamphlet for their church a few hours ago. And it was funny, the question that they asked me was, so what can you tell us about, the Word, and what has the Word done for you? What has the sacrifice of Christ, Jesus, done for you? And I was like, His sacrifice didn't do anything for me, but I still live for the sacrifice. We have to live every day for this. He couldn't be here. If he didn't have to be here, if he stayed here, everything would be washed out, but then we all wouldn't be here. You know, it's a great observation. They asked me what drives me in the Word, and I said, it's really not about good, bad, and don't do this, don't do that. It's really about the act of your heart, the act of your pure heart, and your authentic emotions, your authentic feelings, and that's what it's really about. So all this like riffraff about sin and whatever, and that's what they were talking about was, He's coming back, or God is coming back to bring His judgment and to rid of all the sinners of the world. And I'm thinking, if the Father loved us and still loves us now, then that doesn't mean He hates us right now, because otherwise the world wouldn't be here right now. We would all be taken out. But we all live in a world of sin, and we all do things every day that accounts to sin, whether we like it or not. But that's not our Father, and that's not somebody who would continue to allow you to live. I'm going to adjust the light here. I'm a little too bright. There we go. Our Father doesn't hate. If you want to say God doesn't hate people, He doesn't hate enemies, He doesn't hate bad guys. He's only a creator, and only creation would corrupt itself. So therefore the Father, that's not His territory to intervene, because it's really the sorting out. It's like when you have two siblings who are fighting, and the parent goes, well, you two know what to do. Beep, beep, beep. Anyways, there's a lot of manipulation going on. It was just really interesting how this gentleman and his two colleagues were recruiting people for their church. Same script, different congregation, convicting everyone of being a bad person and a sinner unless they join their church to find the way. And it's like, it's such a mind control. It's really fascinating. Like, I just sort of just stopped trying to have any emotion towards it, period. I just sort of detached myself. Because when I was in that world of frequency, it was just such a low frequency. It was like doing something for this life that doesn't exist. that world doesn't exist. If there was a serpent and the serpent manipulated people to think that they're doing a good job, they're working by the grace of God, by telling them, you know, there's judgment and damnation and abomination and Armageddon for all bad people. Why are we now in this period where nothing has happened? Well, specifically certain people. But you look at certain parts of the world where there are secretive things and secretive people, and you're looking at calamities happen in those areas specifically because of those territories and what activity was going on in those areas. South America and Mexico are going to get it. If you guys only knew what I knew, I can't share that much because it's too far out there for anyone to really handle what I know. But a lot of people who are aware of what's going on in Mexico and South America, I'm not talking about drug cartel and border and all that. This is way beyond, it's way beyond human biology, that what you can imagine. But if you look in Daniel 2, there's a clue for you. And people get Daniel 2 wrong. They think iron mixed with clay had a lot to do with the different sections of the Middle East and who dominated who and blah and blah. But it's far beyond what you guys can imagine. Daniel 2, I will just say this much. If the Terminator movie comes out again, watch it. I think they're trying to make another Terminator movie, and that would give you enough. Or if you watch the last one, I forget the Terminator without Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was the young guy. But anyways, that's enough. I was sharing a little bit this week about manipulation and how the Kavanaugh trial really stirred the pot with a lot of people and divided more people again. And it's really ugly how these innocent people, I'm going a step higher than what people think. People think, oh, that poor woman, she was a victim, she was assaulted, and you know, her world was changed. That's one view. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying it didn't happen. But then you also have someone who says he didn't do it, and nobody believes him because of the way the narrative is played. The narrative is women deserve more rights right now, and we have to, you know, throw every male misogynistic beast to the lion's den, and this and that. So it's a really, really ugly situation right now in terms of accusation. It's almost like the ones who are going to receive judgment, literally receive judgment because of their doings intentionally, i.e. the elite, i.e. you know, the secret groups and whatever. They're going to get what's coming to them, and they're pooping in their pants right now because they know that people of the light or of good or of justice are coming through. Rather, either side is, I don't care, but there are awakened people that are in our administration who are coordinating things behind the scenes. If you feel like it's kind of strange that you have a cuckoo running the nation, but then why are his actions so opposite than what is perceived to him? That's the clue that everyone has to really make of politics is, or the situation right now. You have to think, why are why is democracy trying to get me to think a certain way? Because democracy is a form of what did I say in the video before I got cut off? Democracy is like a form of give. Like, let's say, for example, there's a UFO in the sky, right? And to stop people from looking up to the sky, you're going to give them something like a shopping spree of $1,000. They want people to stay down, which is why the new iPhones come out all the time. And what's funny is they're laughing in your face because the new iPhone ad right now has a planetary body in the phone, but the phone's not, it's not the Earth. People don't see that. If you guys Google search new iPhone this year, you'll see the planetary body that's already it's the screen of the phone, and it's coming out of the screen. So it's like, I just hate how the other side always plans this. They know what we know, but then they just kind of let us all hurt each other in the process of trying to expose the hidden knowledge and expose the mysteries. But relating back to the last video that I made, I was really trying to paint the picture of creating ISIS, and I'll put this in my next video when I have my paper and pen with me. But you have Eve, who was manipulated by the serpent, and the best way to get to Adam was to have, his counterpart manipulate him. So it's all a form of manipulation, and it's important to really realize in your life who's trying to convince you and why are they convincing you. And once you, sorry, I had to turn on my car. Once you realize that not everything is what it's telling you, but you have to really do some soul searching and really figure out, is this authentic or not? Is this relevant or not? And how does my life path, my life journey reflect this situation? So I'll leave it at that. I'm just rambling a little bit, but manipulation is I think it's the worst illness to have, because people literally can act like what they evoke onto others without realizing that it's all fake, it's false, it's not true, it's mind control. Some people are masters at it. Anyways, have a good day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.